Hello everyone, and welcome back for another video on my channel. If you're one of my returning subscribers, welcome back. And if this happens to be your first time stopping by, hello. My name is Monet. I am 27 years old, and here on this channel I document myself getting a handle on my finances and learning how to budget, learning how to save, and I really do that by utilizing the cash envelope method. I discovered it 3 years ago and I've been sticking to it. I've seen the results, and I just come on here and share my journey and hopefully help and inspire others along the way. Within today's video, we are actually going to be cash stuffing, and it's going to be our first cash stuffing for the month of December, which is just crazy to say. So definitely, if you've been here since the beginning of when I started this channel or the beginning of this year, it's just crazy to think that we are down to the final month. So this is it. You know, any goals or things that you want to try and achieve by the end of the year, this is the month to do so. It's been a crazy year for myself personally, so I'm just thankful and blessed to be here, and I am just so appreciative of the people who are still here supporting and find motivation within the videos that I produce. You know, when you do this, it can be many times where you question yourself and you're like, what's the point? But definitely when I get those sweet comments and those nice words that you guys share, it really does help. And I hope that I am also able to offer that help to you through my videos when you are going through your, moments and your times when you're not feeling 100% the best. Well, I definitely didn't mean for the intro to get that deep, but that is just what was on my heart to say. And I am just excited, you guys, because this is my favorite month of the year. If you can't tell, I decorated my desk a little bit. I'm not really a big decorator. I'm very minimalistic and just get to the point. But I make an exception for the month of December. I go all out. You know, I'm a person that really enjoys the holiday season, particularly for Christmas. So I am quiet all year, but when the month of December comes, it's Christmas everything. Like, for me, I do it all. I love this time of year. So yeah. As I said, we're going to be cash stuffing. Here is our quote for the month of December. It reads, "Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently." So I think that was a nice way to wrap up the entire year, to show that if you are consistent and stick to it, you will see the results. But enough of the rambling out of the way. We came here for the paycheck, we came here to budget. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, so here we are back with our paycheck breakdown sheet. I already went ahead and wrote down the categories, and we will get started with filling out the amounts. So I did get paid today on December 1st from my full-time job, and the amount for this paycheck totals $2,106. So first, let's go ahead and cover expenses. In regards to my expenses, these are things that I don't take out cash for. I keep them within my bank, either because they're easier to pay online, or it's for things that are like on automatic payment. It really isn't necessary for me to take out the cash. So first, as always, is going to be my biggest expense, which is going to be my rent. This is rent that is going to be due in 2024 on the 1st of the month. And with each paycheck, I put aside half of my rent. So that will be a total of $850. My rent includes water, trash, sewer, and the cost of my rent itself. So each month I budget around $1,700, so $850 for each paycheck. Following that, we have my internet that is going to be due on the 16th of this month. That is always the same at $56. And then after that, we have my gas. This is gas for my car. This is another example of me just not taking out the cash because I get my gas from Costco and they don't accept cash. So it's just easier for me to keep it on my debit card. I'm gonna give myself $30. I haven't been using gas as much, so my gas amount is building up a little bit. So normally I put $40, but $30 should be enough to get me by for the next 2 weeks. And then the other expense that I have here is a miscellaneous one. It is for hotel. If you guys remember in my singing funds video that I just updated, I shared with you all that my cousin and I are going to a concert, or at least we bought the tickets for the concert, and that's going to be in February, but the concert is out of town. So I just decided I'm gonna take out the cost of the hotel from the paycheck rather than taking it out of my travel fund, because I am doing another trip for the end of the year. I'm a big Disney fanatic, if you don't know, and my mom hasn't been to Disney in a while, so we are going to be going to Disney by the end of the year, and I kind of want to save all of that money for that. So I'm just going to take out the hotel payment that my cousin and I will be splitting, and that was a total of $110 for that. So in terms of my expenses, if we total up everything in this column, that is $1,046 for that. So now I move over to the cash portion. These are the things that I take cash out for every 2 weeks, and they help me stay on budget. So I really think it's key to make sure whatever categories that you struggle with are the ones that you take out cash for. At least that's what works for me. And it really gives you a visual to see where you spend your money and also what's important for you. You know, some people are more lenient on things like clothing versus eating out. So whatever fits your budget and fits your lifestyle, to make it something that you can actually stick to, budget for that. So for myself, these categories have been really the same for the most part for the remainder of the year. It's been working for me, so I don't really see the need to change it. So spending is going to get $100 for the next 2 weeks. Groceries will receive $150. Toiletries is getting $50. Clothing is getting $20. And eating out will receive $40. So totaling up everything for the cash section, that gives me $360. Now we can go ahead and move along to our sinking funds. Sinking funds are mini savings if you aren't familiar with the term, but it's just another form of savings, but you are saving for things that you know are coming up eventually, and you're just kind of getting ahead of that. For example, with car maintenance, it's a known fact that cars break down, cars are going to need repairs, they're going to need maintenance. So if you just set aside a little money with each paycheck, when that circumstance happens, you won't have to blow your budget too much because you're kind of preparing for it. So the first sinking fund up we have is for annual payments. That's going to get $20. My annual payments encompass really all of my subscriptions, all of the things that I pay once a year, like AAA, for example. And I've been looking at my subscriptions and I'm evaluating if I want to keep them all in 2024. I'm sure we all have seen and heard about the streaming services and how everybody is doing a price increase and all of that stuff. So I really need to sit down and look at everything and see if it's actually worth me paying for them. It is an advantage when I do pay for them once a year rather than paying them monthly. If you add it all up, it's in a sense you're saving money, but I still need to evaluate and see if it's worth it. But for now, we're gonna do my usual $20 for that. After that, we have car maintenance. That's going to get $40. And then we have my car insurance. That will be $35. Christmas is getting $20, and gifts is going to get $10. Household, I budgeted with $20, medical at $10, and travel, as I said, is a priority for myself. It honestly always is a priority, and that's going to get $150. So if we total up everything within my sinking funds, that's a grand total of $305 for that. Here we have debt, but I am debt-free, thankfully, so no money has to go to that anymore. And we can move right along to my savings. Savings is going to be first my emergency fund with $230. This is kind of the one that I'm prioritizing, so I always give a little bit more to the emergency fund versus the home fund. And for the home fund, I'm just setting a yearly goal for myself to at least save $3,000 for my home fund, and I am on track to do that. So if I put aside another $160, that will bring me closer to that goal. So that is everything for my savings, and that will total this section up to $390 for that. Then the last thing that we have here is my rollover. That always gets $5. That's like a cushion or a buffer for myself whenever miscellaneous things that I don't really budget for example, mainly my Apple storage. I know it's always like $5 that's gonna come out randomly for Apple, and I can never time when they're gonna take out their money, so I just always leave a little buffer or rollover. So whenever that comes through, it's something for Apple to take. But After all of that, we have completed everything. We've told every dollar where to go, and now we can total up the amount that I am going to withdraw from the bank today. So if we add $360 plus $305 plus $390, that will give me a grand total of $1,055 that we will be cash stuffing today. So that is me simply breaking down my budget with you all once again. And now I can head to the bank and get the cash. And when I come back, we can get to the exciting part and stuff the envelopes. All right, everyone. So I am back from the bank and I got the cash right here for us. Here is the bank slip. This is how I tell the teller how to break down my denominations and how I would like my cash back. I have the bank slip available within my shop and the bank bag. If you're ever interested, majority of the things that I use, they're available within my shop, and the links for all of that is down in the description for you to check out. But let's go ahead and set up the cash, get a nice setup going, and then we can begin. All right, everyone, so here we are. We got our cash up at the top. We have the binder for my sinking funds and my cash dividers for the cash that I carry around 24/7. So as always, we are going to set the binder to the side, and we will do that last and get started with stuffing my cash dividers. We are still participating in the dollar challenge, so any dollars that we have, we will set them to the side, and at the end of this month we will finally count that to see how much we're able to save for the year. But let's go ahead and get started with this. So spending is up first, and we said that that is getting $100, and I take that out in 20s, so 5 20s for that. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 for spending. Looking at what we have no dollars, so we will just add to what I have. I like to do the rollover method. It just works for me. Sometimes I spend a lot, sometimes I don't. So in total, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 35. So $135. I think for spending this week, I'm gonna treat myself to go see a movie. I'm probably either gonna see Trolls because I love a good sing movie and I love cartoons. I am a child at heart, which I am not ashamed of. Or I'm gonna see the Hunger Games movie because I was a big Hunger Games fan. So we'll see how I'm feeling. If you guys have seen either, let me know what you thought of them and then I can make a decision on that. So after spending, we get into groceries. Groceries is going to get $150. So again, I like to take that out in 20s and then 110. So that gives me 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50. So correct, 150. My groceries, if you guys remember from the last video, it was a lot of money. It was right before I went on my cruise. So honestly, when I came back, you guys, I was so exhausted. I still didn't go grocery shopping. I did a little bit just to get me by for the week and to buy some food for work. But honestly, I still have not gone grocery shopping, and it's quite embarrassing how bare my refrigerator and my pantry is. So I definitely will be attending some grocery shopping this weekend. But looking at what we do have some singles, so I will set that to the side. And as a total within groceries, I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 10, 20, 25. So yes, $325. Definitely will be using that. All right, next we have toiletries. Toiletries is going to be getting $50, so we will do 2 20s and 110 to give us 50. And we have $1 left, so I will set that to the side. And now within toiletries, we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65. So $65 for toiletries. I have to go through inventory, see what I need. I like to do toiletries for like say makeup, lotion, deodorant, toothpaste, paper towels, paper plates, toilet tissue, all that stuff is toiletries. So when I also go grocery shopping, we'll see what I need to take from there. Moving along, we have clothing. Clothing is going to get 20, and I've just been letting this build up, honestly. I haven't had the urge to go clothing shopping ever since I got myself some boots, which I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I did eventually find some winter boots that I was happy with. So now I'm just letting it slowly build up. I am pretty covered when it comes to winter clothing because I love a cardigan, I love sweaters, so I always have so much of that. And when it's Christmas time, I'm always gifted with that type of clothing because everybody knows I love that type of clothing. So really it's summer where I don't have a lot of summer pieces. I find it so hard to shop for the summer, but we'll approach that problem when we get to it. So now within clothing, we have 20, 40, and 60. So $60 for that. And then last up, we have eating out. Eating out is going to get 40. And I have been eating out a little bit, you know, since there has really been no food in my home. So I have $30 left over, but honestly, I have DoorDashed, so they did take that out of my account. So I probably don't even have $30, honestly. I probably have to put this back to the bank to cover my spending for that, but I can do that afterwards. But for now, we have 20, 40, 60, and 70. So $70 for eating out, which really isn't 70, but we're gonna say it is. And then miscellaneous, I just leave this empty for any cash that I have to take back to the bank, which we know is probably gonna be for eating out. But as for the stuffing, my envelopes are complete. Oh, and I don't think I shared with you guys, I did get a cute new wallet. I am obsessed with Steve Madden wallets, and I thought that this brown one is like cute for the fall / winter. So yeah, I'm obsessed. So I got another new wallet. I get all my wallets from Burlington, by the way. Someone asked me, I go to Burlington and it's like a hit or miss. Sometimes you'll get cute things and sometimes you'll walk out with nothing, but Burlington is my favorite store. So we're gonna go ahead and put our cash providers back into my wallet. And there we go. They are ready to be spent for the next 2 weeks. Okay, so we did have our singles, and for the week we saved $1, $2, $3, $4. Not too bad. Every dollar counts. Ooh, so here is our dollar jar, and I'm gonna open this up and add our $4. And there we go. And then I also have my coin jar, which is so heavy, and this is the same concept, just in coins. Hopefully the coins that I have can fit in here because I do have quite a few in the wallet. But at the end of the year, we are also going to count this jar and see what we saved. So let me add what I have. All right, so I do have one more cash stuffing before we count this. So hopefully I can fit whatever coins I have left in the jar. But as of today, they have been added. So there we go. And now we can move along to the last part and begin stuffing the binder. All right, so first up is annual payments. We said that it's getting $20, so we'll do a $20 bill. I believe at the end of this month, I have to pay my Apple Music and my Netflix. So I split my Netflix with my cousin. So I'm not sure how much Netflix is. She normally just tells me, but I did hear that they went up. But hopefully it's not too much that she decides she doesn't want to do it anymore, because it's her account. So if she cancels it, then I don't have a Netflix, and I don't think I will go out of my way to create a whole nother account. So now we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 10, 15, 20. So $220 for annual payments. Next it is car maintenance. Car maintenance is getting 40, so 2 20s will give us 40. And looking at car maintenance, We do have a $500 placeholder. That just means I have $500 in the bank. And then in actual cash, we have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500. That's great. So that means I can put another $500 placeholder. So in total, we have 1,000 and 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So $1,034 in car maintenance. That is amazing. Someone asked me if I will ever like put a cap on my car maintenance. And if I'm being honest, I don't think I will. I'm so traumatized and paranoid from the car that I had 2 years ago that I will always be putting aside money for car maintenance, because that was so intense and it just constantly took my money that I'm always gonna put something aside for car maintenance. I'm just happy to see at least $1,000 in car maintenance. I never thought I would see the day, but my new car, or I don't know if she's still considered new, but she's still new to me. She's been doing great for me, so love her for that. So after that, we get into car insurance. Car insurance is going to get $35. I pay my car insurance every 6 months. I recently just paid for it in November. So we are slowly building this up for the next payment. So adding 35, we now have 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 20, 25. So $125 for car insurance. Up next, we move along to Christmas. Christmas getting $20. I'm honestly trying to do my Christmas shopping this weekend if I can, because I just want to get it over with. It's sad, but I just want to be done with it and know what it is at this point. I used to be really good with getting people gifts, but I don't know. I think I lost my touch, and now I just either get a gift card or I just ask them straight out, what do you want? Because I don't want to be bothered getting a gift that you don't like. So now within Christmas, we have 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, and 280. So $280 for Christmas. And then we have gifts. Gifts is getting $10. My cousin's birthday is in December, so I think I'm gonna get a little something for her. Again, I just don't know what she would like, so I'll probably just ask her. So for gifts, we now have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30. So $130 for gifts. All right, next we have household. Household is getting $20. And looking at household, we now have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 200, 10, 20. So $220 we now have for household. Next it is medical. Medical is getting $10. So adding 10, that puts the envelope with 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 470, 480, 490, 500. That's great. So $500 in medical. That is going to get a $500 placeholder. And I think I shared with you guys, I might cap this at $500 because I do have a deductible for my medical, and I really never go through it each year. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. Maybe I'll just do maybe $5 rather than 10 because, you know, thankfully I don't use medical a lot, but I don't know if I should always constantly put towards medical because you never know what happens. But I also kind of want to put my funds somewhere else, but I also don't put a lot into it. I don't know. It's a back and forth type of thing. You guys let me know your stance on it and what you think. If you have health insurance and you have a deductible that you really never get through, do you still put a lot of money towards medical? I'm very indecisive, so I can't dwell on it for too long or I'll be here all day. So just let me know what you guys think. After medical, we move along to travel. Travel is getting $150, so I'm just gonna do a $100 bill and a $50 bill. My cousin did recently get a house in Orlando, so That's why I can go to Florida more often. And this is the same cousin that I've been going on like all my cruises and vacations with, so really close with her. And she's also obsessed with Disney, so any excuse we have, we go to Disney together. So it's nice that I don't have to pay for a hotel. My mom and I just literally have to pay for the flight and the tickets. So now for travel, it's going to be $100, $200, $300, $350. And I did already pay for the tickets and the flight, so this money is just going to be for when I get there. So any spending on food, or we are gonna stop by Universal, so when I go to the Harry Potter section, it's gonna be Christmas time. I might get a little things because I'm also a Potterhead. So the theme parks are just very dangerous for myself. So I budget to be safe than sorry. All right, so now we can move on to our savings, which is also a good time and an exciting thing to see of what I achieved for the year. So emergency fund, that's going to be getting $230. So we can add that. 100, 200, 20, and 30. So we have $3,000 in the bank. I also have $1,000 placeholders to say that $1,000 is in the bank. And then adding my actual cash, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 420, 40, 50, 60. So $3,460 is now in my emergency fund, which is great. My goal was $3,000, and to see that I surpassed that, and I am now working towards next year, that's just exciting to see. My overall goal is to save at least for 3 months, and I believe that's about $6,650. So by 2024, next year, I definitely want to be complete and done with that. And then the last thing that we have is my home fund. That's going to be getting $160. This is for a future home, you know, down the line. I don't foresee it happening anytime soon, but I just want to save a little bit where I can. So we also have $2,500 in the bank for that. And adding cash, that now gives us $600, $700, $800, $810, $820, $830, $35. So $2,835 is in our home fund. So again, very close to our $3,000 goal that we will be hitting by the end of the year. But in regards to all of my cash and the stuffing, all of the money is gone. So that will complete another successful cash stuffing. All right, everyone, so as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate it. I did just want to reiterate that I shared in my last video. If you guys have any goals or things that you are working towards in 2024, let me know. I am personally reflecting on my financial goals and what I want to do for 2024. So be sure to give me some ideas or some insights on what you're doing, and I may also participate in that. I do have some things that I want to do and I will share with you guys when I share my financial goals. But again, always just nice to see what other people have to say and consider other people's input. This is a learning channel. I am by no means an expert. I just share my journey and what I'm doing, and also take the insight from a lot of you guys that give me great suggestions. Let me know. With that, I'm going to stop rambling. If you do like this video and you support the channel and you aren't subscribed yet, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and join the family. We would love to have you. Hit the bell so that you're notified whenever I upload my next video. And with all of that, you guys, I will see you all next time in my next one. Bye, guys.